Hey everybody, welcome to Big Dumb Monsters. I'm Nick.
And I'm Chris.
And this week we are watching a pretty new film. Actually, I think it's...
Yeah, I think it just came out to watch it.
It's definitely this year.
Yeah.
We're watching Oddity from 2024, which also feels kind of fucking weird to be able to say.
Yeah. Pleasant surprise.
Yeah, sleeper hit.
Good movie.
Sleeper hit. Supernatural revenge story.
Cursed objects.
Cursed objects. Yeah, it's my favorite D&D tropes. Anyway, we do the review thing, and we do a whole lot of bullshitting tonight, but it's all good. Chris recants all of his Tampa Bay Comic-Con stories, and, we pine for the things that we'll have in Saratoga, hopefully. Anyway, so
Bloody Marys are one of those things.
It is.
In Saratoga.
Necessity.
Yeah.
But anyway, we watched Oddity. We're going to talk about Oddity. We hope you enjoy the show. Big Dumb Monsters.
Here we go.
The perfect night is stealing home. The air itself is filled with monsters.
Look at that. Right on time. What's going on, everybody?
Happy Tuesday.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to let that for I thought I was, for some reason, thought you were about to say Happy Easter for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why.
I know why.
I know why, but yeah. Anyway, what's going on? It's Tuesday. We're day off, but we're still in the vicinity.
Yeah, we had to switch days this week because Chris was coming in from Florida.
Yes, yeah. Which I will discuss later on. We'll do a little wrap up.
Yeah.
But Tampa Bay Comic-Con was fucking fun.
It was dope.
Yeah, really good show. But to the business at hand, let's talk Oddity. Let me start Oddity.
Yeah, do that. Let me just preface this whole thing by saying I love this movie.
Yes, I really did like this movie. There
are a couple of things I can complain about. Yeah, and I will. But
one thing I think they really fucking nailed though is the creepy English countryside vibe, spooky shit and just
isolation.
Yeah. I think they did that really well in this. Now that I'm thinking about it, what were my gripes with this fucking movie?
I have a couple, and they're not major at all. Realistically, the only thing I really didn't love was that that shoehorned in crazy character. The one with the mask who winds up eating the guy's toes.
Oh, yeah.
Not necessarily. Weird. Yes. Necessary, no.
I didn't even pay it too much attention. I just thought it was just a consequence of him being locked up. He's just got to deal with this shit now.
I guess so. But, well, he let him loose on them.
Yeah.
On Ivan. I think.
Yeah, the orderly Ivan.
But they could have just killed that character. They didn't have to have a weird ancillary maniac character.
Yeah.
Introduced. That was a little much. But the tone and the vibe and the creepiness are spot on. There's a couple of jump scares, but they work really well and they're not cheap.
Yeah.
This is like, I'm not like a huge jump scare fan, but like when they're executed well, they're amazing. And they really do execute them well in this movie.
One of the things I did want to gripe about was maybe this is just me, but like I immediately knew the husband, spoilers, like the husband was going to be in on it. Like,
for sure.
Yeah.
For
like,
sure.
I wish that mystery was a little like cleared up. I mean, not cleared up, a little concealed. Yeah. What I did like was the twist that she was the one who actually killed the dude who was trying to help her sister. Like she blew his brains out, she said.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming. I thought he just committed suicide or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was a nice twist.
Yeah. No, there was a lot to really enjoy about this because you've got like classic like tropes, but with like a good twist on, like it melds them together really well because you've got like a haunted house, you've got a revenge story, you've got like a monster involved in it, and which they use sparingly, and really well. Yeah, it works. Yeah, it's not like because that bust just sitting there at the table, creepy as fuck. Like, really fucking creepy.
Screaming golem. Like,
yeah. And then once it finally gets up, you see it for a minute or two. It does its business, and it's out. Like it doesn't linger. Like nothing in this movie really overstays its welcome. I really like the angle of her like using these cursed artifacts like to get revenge. Like it's fresh. Like I don't recall seeing anything like that before. Yeah. It's like a reverse Friday the 13th the series where they were like collecting like these cursed artifacts. Now like she's like distributing them. Yeah. Although the ghost bellhop at the end was a little much. I didn't think so because it's only that one thing. Like we don't even see like what happens. We just know something bad is about to happen. It just looked kind of cheesy though. Yeah, is all it was. Like cause you take this like everything's got this like kind of realism feel to it, and then you add like a character from 13 Ghosts. You know what I mean? Like I think would have been like what would have been more effective in that scene because like the way he's sitting, like the stairs are behind him. Instead of like, seeing the ghost full on standing next to him, like you see like just see him step out. Legs just see him step out in the background, like out of focus. Like, that I think that would have worked a lot better. Yeah. Cause it was too front and center. I think. It lost that like snap. But I did like that, being the ending, like just, we see this. Okay. Something bad is clearly going to happen. Yeah. I mean, this is a front runner for like, horror movie of the year for me. Really? I don't want to verbalize it, but I think I like this a little bit better than Late Night with the Devil. Really? A little bit. Oh, see, like, for my preferences, they're fucking close. Yeah, like, for my preferences, it'd be Late Night with the Devil. Yeah. That was so fucking well done. Like it really was. Yeah. But this is really good too. Yeah. This is just. Like there's a lot of stuff I really enjoy in this movie, and it's like it hits a lot of notes for me, because I'm a sucker for a haunted house. Yeah. It did take a little while to get going for me. I wish the slow burn would have started a little bit earlier. Like I feel like the first like half hour or so I kept tuning out, but it brought me back in. Same for me, but it's a slow burn, but it keeps the uncomfortable vibe going the whole way. Yeah. It's not just like, oh, here we are, just a normal family moving into this house. Like it starts off kind of unsettling. Like, like these long pull back shots and just like a lot of shadow, all that kind of shit. Like it's really setting the tone from the start. This really feels like a 60s like British horror movie or something that you'd see on like in the middle of the night. It kind of does. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I could see this being like an old like Vincent Price flick or something like that. It's got that like It's got that quality.
Where he's like playing the husband. Like, yeah. Oh man, that would be awesome.
Holy shit. Later we'll do a 60s recast of this fucking movie.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, I think that's all I got is Vincent Price, really.
Is that it? We can do better.
Let's see. What else is there? What can I ding this on?
I don't know. What can you ding it on?
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
There's no, like, real shitty
nothing
CGI.
Overly offensive to hate on. Like, you can just not like some of the choices that they made for certain things. Like, you know, like that one crazy character who pops up. Also, like, I guess the kind of back and forth narrative in time in the very beginning is a little jarring.
Yeah.
Like once you watch it again, you definitely understand what you're looking at. But the first go around, it's a little shaky. Because like you see
ooh, there we go.
Like seeing the guy's eye get picked up, and then you see him later in the movie at the door.
Yeah.
You know, like it's you don't know really like where the movie is taking you at that point.
Yeah. It is a little jarring, not really knowing what happened.
Yeah.
Until like the middle of the movie.
Yeah. But I mean, like a later reveal is fine. It's just, I don't know. It's just like it was a little, I don't know, too abrupt, or it wasn't like cohesive enough, I guess. But god damn, when the killer reveals himself, how fucking crazy was that mask?
Yeah, like the porcelain. Look like the eyes were like shot out almost. Like
but like because they were like, but they were like pinholes though.
Yeah,
because, like, The face had eyes like sculpted into it, and it was just like the fucking irises were missing.
We're broken out
in the hooded sweatshirt and everything. It's just like. That scene was really fucking cool and really fucking effective, though, because, like, you see him, and then you see him kind of walk toward the tent, and then it jump cuts,
and you just see the blood everywhere. Yeah,
there's blood everywhere, and he's just sitting. Fantastic. I don't need more than that. Like, this is a lesson in less is more. Like, like there are, you know,
shit, my rating is going up again as we talk about this.
There are some gory scenes, you know, like, you know, you see the guy's head splatter all over the fucking floor. Once she falls through the trap door, you know, there's blood everywhere. But like, how else are you gonna, you know, justify her dying in that situation? She's got to have her skull cracked open. Like that's fine. But there's nothing overly gratuitous in terms of violence. It's just a lot of implied stuff. Yeah. And that is a lesson that filmmakers like really need to start taking to heart.
Don't go always going over the top isn't always best.
Yeah, which, you know,
what I'm manglingly trying to say.
Yeah. Which, you know, in certain circumstances, like if you're making a gore fest movie, fine, do that. But if you're doing something like this where it's mood and vibe and ambiance, you don't have to be brutal with everything. Like, you can just make us know that it's brutal. Yeah. And this whole situation with her and what's his name? Olin? Oh, the guy.
Yeah, I don't remember shit.
Yeah, he's got a goofy name. I think it's Olin.
Let me see.
But how tense is this? Like their conversation between the two of them, like through the door, uncomfortable as shit. Yeah, because you don't know. Like, is he telling the truth? Is he crazy? Like, is he gonna try to kill her once he gets through the door if she opens it? Like, is he just gonna reach through the door and grab her because the fucking peephole is huge? Yeah. Just a lot of really, really good, effective choices. Yeah. Yeah, damn, this was a good movie, damn it. I don't know why it's taking me so long to realize that. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a Hobbit name if I ever heard one. Olin Bool. Yeah. Yeah.
It's related to the Tooks by marriage on the, once removed.
Yeah, man. Like I really, really dug this movie, and I didn't think I was going to. It was getting good reviews, but I didn't really hear much about it. I think I saw like a trailer.
I went into this cold, like completely cold.
I think I saw a trailer.
Yeah.
And I saw that it was getting good reviews.
I did see a trailer once because I remember the Golem. Like I remember seeing it. I'm like, this looks really cool.
Yeah.
And I just completely forgot about it. But like the most I knew about it was reading the synopsis as I put it on.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, ooh, cursed objects. Like, all right.
Like,
Yeah.
It's like, this sounds fucking awesome. And it is. Like, I'm really, really glad that we landed on this one. And like it technically does have a monster, so we're not like bending the rules. The monster was like the most low key part of this whole thing.
Yeah, no, it has maybe, like you said, a minute and a half, 2 minutes of screen time. Yeah,
like it's fine,
sparingly and effectively.
Yeah, because you're mostly uncomfortable with it just sitting at the fucking table.
Yeah.
Because like,
and her pulling these things out of its head, like vial of blood,
a tooth, a picture, hair. Yeah, you get no explanation on any of that, but I don't need it. And like, you would have to just assume, like I assume, that she's just finding things that like are like either sacrificial or it's almost like a voodoo situation where those are tied to somebody that the thing is going to go after. Well,
if you know like the little bit of like the golem lore, like like they have to put like shit into it to like make it fucking come to life and like exact revenge on like whoever they want.
See, that's the thing. It's like I don't know too much.
Yeah,
I know it's Jewish.
Yeah, I'm trying to think even where the fuck I know that from, but it's just one of those things. It's in my head, like
probably a goddamn Hellboy comic.
It's honestly that might be it. That honestly might be it.
Did you see the movie Golem?
No.
About a Jewish cursed golem?
Nope.
In a small village?
It's like it's like the first horror movie, I think.
Was it?
It's like 1919 or something like that.
Jesus Christ.
The Golem.
Oh, no. I'm talking about like a modern one.
Oh, no. There's like an original Golem. Yeah. Let's see. What else can we say about this?
Boy.
Just like the setting and everything just works together to make this creepy vibe. Like, it's just perfect.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like I'm going to watch. I know I say this kind of shit all the time, but like I'm going to watch that director's like other movies.
Yeah. What's his name? Sorry, I have it right here. Damian McCarthy.
Yeah.
Let's see. We want to start throwing some ratings down?
We can.
Go for it, because I think mine is going to be lower than yours.
Shit.
Only I'm basing that only on. Well, it's my time later on. I'll let you go. I'm all off. It's been 8 days since we've done the show. The fucking one day really threw me off.
Yeah. No. The vibes are in shambles.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ! If I got to throw like a really accurate, like this is how I feel about this movie number down on it. Okay, so I know we typically go halves. I gotta go like 8.75.
All right, no, there's
like,
no rule against it.
Like, because I feel like it's just like it's a hair away from being that 9.
Yeah,
and a 9 just feels like a little too strong.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Which I don't want it to be like a discredit to this movie because I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think after like I first like walked away from this, I'm like, that was like a 7.5. But as we've been talking, I'm going solid 8.
Yeah.
Just because this is like I said, they really nailed the vibe, the creepiness, like just like that something is off. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But it's going to be cool because there's cursed, again, there's cursed objects, like there's supernatural elements. There's this fucking thing in the house.
There's always a strange vibe in every scene of this movie. There's a weird, strange vibe. And I like that. I don't want this movie to have any scenes of like normalcy.
Yeah.
I don't want like, oh, they were a happy family and then some weird shit happened. Like, I want from start to finish this style of movie to be uncomfortable. And it is. And it fucking nails it.
All right.
So,
yeah, solid flick, man. This was, I was surprised by this.
Yeah, and it's not really getting a whole lot of like mainstream coverage, I don't think.
Yeah, again, I completely forgot that I saw the preview for this. Like, I forget what before what movie.
Yeah. Dude, Shudder is killing it.
This was a Shudder movie?
Shudder made this. I don't know if they just like threw the money at it to make it.
Yeah.
But once it hits like free streaming, it's going to Shudder. And Shudder's in the credits, in the opening credits.
Yeah.
I want to say I saw that like September like 27th or something. It hits Shudder.
All right, so it's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Like exactly a month, basically.
Yeah, dude, I am not mad at all that I paid money to rent this.
Monique said she stayed up for the whole movie. All right.
I you know what? I got to be completely honest. I dozed off for a minute. In fairness, I'm old and I'm tired and I've been working a lot.
I watched it this morning, so I was fairly wide awake. But like I said, I was tuning out and I did have to go back and like rewatch parts.
Yeah.
But I think that was mostly just about me, not about the quality of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's just good shit. All right. I'm going to preface this by saying there is very little trivia.
Yeah, we don't have a whole lot to do with better known as either. Yeah.
Good thing Tampa Bay is going to take up a lot of time tonight.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah.
Let's do some trivia.
Oh fuck! I just realized it's dark in here because I never turned the big light on.
Not to bother you with trivia.
It's fine.
The purple really brings out my farmer stand. Holy shit. That's bad. All right. One of the items in Darcy's room of haunted objects seen near the beginning of the film is the rabbit doll from Damian McCarthy's previous feature, Caveat.
Oh, all right.
Which, subtle nod. And if you've seen that movie, then you know to look for it. But
I'm not going to lie. If they could find out a way to do a sequel with this, like with the whole cursed artifacts thing, like... See, I don't want her to like come back from the dead or anything like. It's got to be a completely fresh story. Like maybe somebody else takes over the shop and then like realizes like because I think it's too good of a concept to waste on just one movie. Like I want to see more of that.
Yes and no. Like I'm typically when you get like a cool, new, fresh kind of thing.
Yeah,
I don't want a sequel, especially when you give me a complete story.
Yeah. I think it's just such a cool angle, though. Like
prequel, because their mother gave her the story.
Yes, do a story about the parents.
Yeah, do kind of a Pearl thing.
Yeah, get on board with that. There you go.
That's the one.
We approve.
No sequel. I'm about that prequel action. Oddity as a whole was made up of elements McCarthy, quote, cherry-picked from horror tropes. The wooden man was inspired by Jewish folklore of Golem, a large clay figure who can be brought to life through rituals due to the bidding of its creator, which we talked about just a little while ago. Sorry, my tablet's being a little funky.
Just keeps playing George Clinton.
I don't know what the... Paging Dr. Funkenstein.
Flashlight.
We're old. We're
so old.
So fucking old.
You're a music major and you don't know who George Clinton is?
Yo, Dread, can I get a Dread? Shotgun. It's a fucking tour bus, dog.
That's a deep cut. For anybody who gets that reference, it's probably time to get your prostate checked.
Oh, no. blow me where the Pampers is.
Gunner is a tool. Gunner is a tool. Oh man,
I could quote whole that movie like all night.
Shower scene. All right.
Pins and needles. Watch PCU, everyone.
Yeah.
That was a fucking mainstay on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
Years.
That was on a lot.
Years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watched it every fucking time.
It was on HBO a lot too.
Was it?
Yep.
Play Metallica, they will come. All right. This is our last trivia fact. One of the items in Darcy's room of haunted objects is a wind-up cymbal-banging monkey toy. And this is a reference to Stephen King's haunted toy from his short story, The Monkey, from his book Skeleton Crew.
All right.
Yeah.
See, I would have thought it was a reference to the cover of Monkey Shines.
Well, could be.
Yeah, which I think was written by Stephen King, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or Romero. It was Romero.
Was it
Might have been a joint.
Yeah. Was it a Romero King joint?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is just way too cool of a concept.
Yeah. And it... Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah.
The thing where she's like,
Prequel.
I've had like, like 6 people return things to me. Like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, those could be stories like.
Oh, like a fucking anthology.
Yeah.
That would be a cool twist to like prequel a regular ass movie with an anthology movie.
Yeah.
I don't think that's ever been done.
That'd be fucking dope. A reverse.
We could literally make tens of dollars with this idea.
Easily, we can get 5 people to go see this. It's a reverse, like Art the Clown situation, I was going to say.
Yeah, because
that came from an anthology.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she just delivers this fucking giant trunk, which you don't see the thing in it until like, 3/4 of the way through the movie, maybe.
Yeah.
Halfway through.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
You just see people reacting to it, like
it's like the fucking briefcase in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much, yeah.
There's that rabbit, there's the monkey thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn it. This I really do love the setup of this.
Yeah. They fuck. He just nails it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it like there's nothing like absolutely specific. It's just all the pieces come together just right.
All right. Let's move on to the better known as.
I know you. I know you. I knew you. I knew you. But you ain't you.
All right. We are going to start off, as we always do, with director Damian McCarthy. Now I need to watch more of his stuff as well, like you were saying, because I'm appreciating this movie the more we talk about it. We'll get to this. Some of the other films he has directed before this was Caveat. That was 2020. How Olin Lost His Eye, 2013. So that's, I guess, a prequel to this, maybe.
I guess.
Yeah. Jeremy Dyson's Haunted Recordings, 2012. So Caveat was his first movie, it sounds like. Everything else was shorts. Never Open It, Hungry Hickory, He Dies at the End. And then his first film in 2009, again, a short, was called Hatch.
Mm.
Let me check out the description of Caveat. It's got, what's his name in it again? Olin.
Yeah. A lone drifter suffering from partial memory loss accepts a job to look after a psychologically troubled woman in an abandoned house on an isolated island.
That sounds dope too.
That's probably moody as shit.
Yeah. That sounds like a fucking like a Wicker Man type of situation. Like,
yeah.
Huh.
A little Shutter Island, maybe.
Yeah. Damn. All right. That sounds good.
That does sound good.
Let's see. We are going to move on next.
Fucking IMDb. They kill me every time. 6.7?
Yeah.
6.7?
Yeah, this is better than that. Carolyn Bracken, who played Danny and Darcy, the identical twins. I don't know why I'm talking so low. Sorry. Not gonna lie, there's probably nothing recognizable in this. I just needed people to fill this, otherwise it would have been like, and that was it. We're done.
Yeah.
She was in a TV series this year, Wreck. She was in 2 episodes of that. Before this movie, she was in something called The Gone, a TV series, 6 episodes of that. You Are Not My Mother. That was 2021.
You're not my mother.
There you go. I'm not putting her down, but I just don't know any of this. A lot of like probably British stuff.
Yeah.
So we're going to move on.
But she was great.
Yeah, no, playing both the roles. Like, yeah.
Really, nobody was bad, but like, I don't know. Like the husband was a little obvious, I guess. But
yeah. And you knew immediately he was in on it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I could have sworn I remembered her from something else.
She looks like somebody else.
Yep. Nope.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
And
She looks kind of like Kate Winslet, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't even save her IMDb page because like there's, again, I don't recognize any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Steve Wall played the orderly Ivan. He was most recently in Dune Part 2. He played Bashar. I want to say that was like, he was like the leader of like the other tribe of like Fremen, if I remember correctly. I only watched that once in the theater. I do want to watch that again.
Yeah. It's just an investment because you have to pay attention.
Yeah, you need a 3-hour plus block in your life, which is not easy to come by these days.
No.
Aside from that, he was in something called Deadshot in 2023, which I thought was something completely different. I thought it was this movie, like a zombie movie about this film crew trying to get like a zombie movie like done in one shot. But that was one cut of The Dead. And like I clicked on it. I'm like,
oh, I remember when that came. I never saw it.
Yeah.
Was it any good?
I liked it at the time. It's been a couple of years since I've seen it though.
Yeah.
It's very gimmicky. I think like once, like, I don't know if it'll hold up on rewatch.
Fair.
Yeah. He was in Raised by Wolves in 2020, which I heard was good. I started watching it and I just never followed up. It was a sci-fi series on HBO Max.
I got like 4 episodes in and I was done.
Yeah, same thing. I think I maybe got like 3 in and I'm like, I don't need to keep watching this.
Yeah. It's just like it never went anywhere.
Yeah. He was in an episode of The Witcher in 2019. He was in 2 episodes of that series Warrior, also on HBO Max, which I kind of wanted to check out. I think it's like the show that Bruce Lee wanted to do that became Kung Fu before they like, Caucasianed it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The caucasity.
Yeah. He was in the 2019 movie The Hole in the Ground, which is in fact about a hole in the ground. Wow.
Clever title. Then.
Yeah. I mean, they nailed it. Probably a lot of deliberating on that one, but yeah. He was in 7 episodes of Vikings from 2014 to 2016. Einar and Uncle Einar.
I watched quite a few seasons of that, and then I just like the show kind of got away from where it started, and then I lost interest because where the show started was what I liked.
Yeah. Other than that, not much else that would be recognizable. Moving on, Gwilymly, another Hobbit name. He played the husband, I believe. He played Brian May in Bohemian Rhapsody in 2018.
Goddamn.
Yeah. Aside from that,
that was an entertaining farce, is what that was.
Yeah. Yeah, that is like when we were getting like blitzed with musical biopics. Like,
well, that was the one that kicked it off.
Yeah. We had that. We had Rocket Man. We even just recently had the Amy Winehouse one.
Yeah.
There's a couple more I'm forgetting in there.
Yep. There was a Bowie one at some point, wasn't there?
You might be right. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I like the one movie that's not David Bowie and not Iggy Pop.
Oh yeah. Velvet Goldmine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is not the two of them fucking.
Yeah.
Which apparently
Stardust.
they did.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
David Bowie and Mick Jagger fucked.
He's done some video game voice acting. He was in a couple of those Dragon Quest games. He was in Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker.
Yeah.
He was in a couple of those Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, I will never understand the like conventions of Final Fantasy games, because is it just like they made 14 and then they made like a shitload of add-ons to it that have like 1,000 names?
I think
because like there's like 3 different versions of Final Fantasy 7 at this point.
Yeah, there's that remake that's been coming out for years now at this point. Like they just got out part 3, or part 3 is coming out. Like
something ridiculous.
Jesus, guys, like it was a game. Like, move on.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Was that the one that they completely switched the format? Was it 14 or 15? Where like it went from an RPG to like an action game.
Oh, that was
It's 4 dudes rolling around in a Cadillac, basically. It's like that 90s Three Musketeers commercial.
Yeah, 14, yeah.
Yeah. That's like, I don't know. It just lost me. Like I couldn't get down with it.
I haven't really played any of the newer ones.
It made grinding hard.
Yeah.
Because like, sometimes, in old school RPG, you could just walk in a circle and keep, getting enemy encounters. Whereas this, I'm like actively like searching shit out to like try to fight. And like, it just wasn't like, they made it an action game without enough action, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. Didn't work for me.
I like 5.
I mean, I like the last one I really got into was 10.
Yeah.
And that was really good.
9 was cool. I think. Wait. Yeah, 9. Not because they went back to like kind of traditional like fantasy style in 9, right?
Maybe
you were the character with the monkey tail.
I never played it.
Oh,
yeah.
Whatever.
I think I played like 3 and then nothing until like X.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
You didn't play 7?
I did not.
God damn.
That whole thing missed me. It was on PlayStation 1. I never really had a PlayStation 1 until later on. Anyway. Anything else this dude was in? Not so much.
No.
He's in a couple of Doctor Who radio dramas.
What he fucking do?
Nick's favorite.
15 episodes of Midsummer Murders, though.
Oh, I did mean to mention that and just completely forgot for some
odd, possibly
reason,
chemically induced reason.
Yeah. Finally, we have Tag Murphy. I think that's supposed to be I think it's Tag. I'm pretty sure that's an Irish name. Yeah. He was the one-eyed dude, Olin.
Literally has one eye, though.
Yeah, he does. He is currently in the Time Bandits remake, which I have not watched, but I heard was actually kind of good.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's on Apple TV, so not many people know it's a thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was in something called Shard Lake, which just sounds like a lake where you shit your pants.
Just a little.
Yeah. Apocalypse Clown.
Ew, gross.
Yeah. He was in The Northman in 2022. That movie only has a 7.0. I'd go a little higher.
I'd go a little higher.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go way higher.
I'd say 7.5. I'd go 7.5 on that.
7.5, yeah.
He was in the Guy Ritchie movie Wrath of Man with Jason Statham's. That might be it on the notable stuff. Oh, he was in that show Black Sails, the pirate show on like Stars. He was in Vikings also for 8 episodes as Arn or Arnie. I don't know how you crazy white people pronounce shit.
Hey.
His first role was in Alexander in 2004, which somehow turned the story of Alexander the Great into a boring fucking movie. Yeah.
Boring.
And that's it. That's all we've got for the better known as.
That's fine.
Skip it right over the orderly.
Oh, Chris Mudrack.
Mudrack. I don't know why.
Did notice that name.
Because it's fucking silly.
Yeah. Let us move on.
You need a hand there?
I got it. I just cut my nails, all right? All right, we're moving on to the crapshoot. That's what we do at the end.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat some chocolate.
Go for it. It has been a fucking week. I was at Tampa Bay Comic-Con this past weekend. That was a hell of a show.
Is it, like, big?
It's fucking huge, dude.
Really?
They were expecting like 42,000 people, which I'm pretty sure they got.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Like Friday we were there and I'm like, oh, this is nice. Like there's a lot of room. Like you can move around.
Yeah.
Saturday was not the same. Really? Yeah. No, this is the first time I've ever gone to a Comic-Con with children in tow also. That's not fun.
Oh, no? What?
I mean, it was awesome. Like my 2 older nephews, like were having a blast. Like they were having the time of their lives. We bought them like my one nephew who's, he's about to turn 5 or he's about to turn 6. He's young. He like, we were walking around, like he just showed up normally. He's never been to like, this is not his world at all.
Yeah.
And like, we were walking around and like, he sees all these people in costumes. He's like, guys, like, I have to be dressed up. Like, he's like, I need to buy a costume. He's like, I need a Pokemon costume. Like, so we had to walk around looking for Pokemon, like onesies, which we found.
Yeah.
And we got him an Eevee onesie, which he wore the entire weekend.
Oh, God.
In Florida.
But it smelled awesome.
Yeah. So that was awesome. My other nephew, like we got him a light up katana.
Yeah.
They're 5 and like 8, and they immediately go to the weapons, like all like swords, knives. Like
that's what they do, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
like the Florida is strong in you two, huh? Fucking guns and blades, just immediately. Yeah.
I took my kids to the Ren Fair, and before we got there, I said, "Look at me, no weapons."
Yeah.
And they went, "Ah, come on! What if they're just wood?"
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So I had to get him a light up plastic katana, which he wore around the con both days.
Yeah.
And then my 2 younger, my nephew and my niece, who are 2 and 4, about to be 4, hated it. Well, the 4-year-old, she got stuff, so she was happy with that, but she wasn't like super into it.
Yeah. Well,
the 2-year-old was
the
just,
shine wears off once you get a thing.
Yeah. The 2-year-old was just in a constant tantrum the whole time.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah. So we hit the bar quite often.
Oh yeah,
quite often throughout the day. Yeah. Which fucking way to go, guys! And having like not 2, they had 2 bars the first day, which were tough to find. Expanded to 4 the second day, thankfully.
Holy shit.
Yeah. They could have used like 8, to be honest with you. Yeah.
So what was your deal when you were at the con? So like were you there start to finish or? Yeah,
I went all 3 days. Well, I went all 3 days. By Sunday, I was done. We are never doing a 3-day con, by the way. Never. Like, think about how tired we are after day 2 of 2-day cons. Like,
well, that's because we get obliterated the first day.
Yeah.
So what if we don't do that?
Well, what if we had the opportunity to get obliterated again on the second day, and then day 3 have it be? We would be dead. Like that. If we're trying for day 3 to be the calm day, like no, we would be dead.
Yeah. What if?
Yeah.
We take that 4th day off and get obliterated 3 days in a row.
I like where this is going. I was
just
saying,
decimated.
It is no joke. Probably 4 or 5 times the size of Saratoga, like space wise.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It took up the whole Tampa Bay Convention Center, like multiple floors.
Yeah.
I was hosting panels on Friday and Sunday, both of which went awesome.
Okay, I was gonna ask, like, did they just stick you to the 2, or did you pick up some? Like,
no, just the 2.
Yeah.
They have a whole crew of like moderators. When we got there, Friday morning, Amanda and I got there because she had a panel on Friday, and I had the 2 for the weekend. We met like one of the other moderators, and she was showing us around. Like, she was just awesome. Heather was her name. I gave her our cards. If you're watching, big thank you for all your help. So yeah, she was showing us around. Like, she got us in early.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. After that, like, we're fucking professionals. You know,
Yeah.
been to 1,000 of these things.
Uh-huh.
But I kept saying to Amanda, it was like we're in we're in a different dimension because everything like looks familiar. I keep seeing people I think I know.
Yeah.
But it's nothing is the same. Like none of it is all shit. It's all new to me. Like, it's fucking weird. Like how everything's the same, but different. Like
mirror from Star Trek.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm going to fight me with like a not a goatee. Like I'm the fucking evil one.
Good you?
Yeah.
Upright citizen you?
But yeah, I mean, we wandered, mostly 2 days. Like by day 3, I had 2 objectives, and that was to talk to Dave Foley about possibly doing Saratoga, which possibly is happening, and then just to do my panel and get the hell out.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the panel Friday went really good. Maybe like 15 people. Like, it wasn't like super packed, but there was people there.
Yeah.
Dexter Vines and George's Jonty were both just awesome to talk with.
Yeah.
That's George's card right there, the Mandalorian one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just bullshitted for an hour, like just an awesome panel.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. That was my nephew's, their first like ever like Comic-Con panel. The older one loved it. The 4-year-old fell asleep, or the 5-year-old fell asleep like immediately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just old people talking.
Exactly. Yeah. But no, they were great to talk to. We had a couple funny stories. We were, there was banter, witty banter.
Yeah.
And then Saturday we just walked around with the kids, we had it was my sisters, like my mom and my aunt. We had to bring in reinforcements, aka people we can pawn the kids off onto
to go get
drunk. Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But it was packed Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ended up having to pay like $50 for a valet to park the car at the. It was worth it for the convenience.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like the first day we parked in a garage and it was $15. I'm like, oh, this is going to be great. Only like $45 for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
No. Those shits packed up immediately. I even went early on Sunday and it was still packed. It was already full by the time I got there. So I just decided to park with the valet again. But when I was waiting for the valet after my panel on Sunday, which I'll talk about the panel on Sunday, but before I forget about this, I shit you not, I'm standing by the hotel entrance and like, I see they have the cars for the guests, like they're driving people over to the convention center, which is like 100 yards away,
Yeah.
And they're like making a big fuss, like somebody big's coming out. Like, I'm just waiting for my car. I'm just like, maybe I'll stick around long enough to see who it is. They finally bring my car around. I'm like, fuck. So like, I'm not going to see it.
Yeah.
As I'm walking to my fucking car, goddamn Lando Calrissian comes walking by and he's dressed exactly like Billy D. Williams. You like should be dressed and how you think he would be dressed. Like
not a crushed velvet,
purple suit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, big pimp cane. Like,
yeah.
And like, I'm just like, it's Billy D. Williams. I'm like, it's Lando. Like, holy shit.
That's the coolest
like,
motherfucker in the universe.
As I'm getting into my car. Yeah. Smoothest motherfucker in the galaxy, man. And yeah, I was like, holy shit. But I got to talk to Dave Foley for a bit on Saturday, which was awesome.
Yeah.
We were,
you just shooting the shit with Dave Foley?
Yeah. I started losing my shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started like blanking because I even said to him, like, dude, I don't get starstruck often. Like I do panels like a lot. And like, I am freaking the fuck out right now. Like,
well, yeah, because like here's the thing.
Yeah.
Like you and I enjoy a lot of media.
Yeah.
Like how fucking important, and we've talked about this before, how fucking important was Kids in the Hall to us?
Yeah, a huge, huge.
It was a giant part of my childhood, my teen years, and what formed my sense of humor.
I told him, like, I am old enough to have, like, remembered it when it was first on, and young enough to have watched it, like, every day after school when it was on. Like, he's like, your parents probably didn't let you. I'm like, they didn't care.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Yeah.
They weren't home.
But like I was talking, I'm like, I loved you and then I just start pointing at the picture. I'm like, Fargo. Like, I'm like, holy shit. Yeah. I'm a dumbass.
Like, even like news radio was even huge for me.
Yeah, that used to be like, I'm surprised that's not on anymore, because that was like always on in syndication, and it was hilarious.
Yeah. Well, look at the fucking cast they had before any of them were like mega stars.
I mean, you had Phil Hartman, but before he died,
Hartman, fucking Joe Rogan, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, before he went crazy.
Yeah.
You had fucking Stephen Root as Jimmy James, which is like one of the best characters ever.
Yes.
He's so Maura Tierney, Eddie Dick.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, no, he seemed very interested in doing Saratoga.
Yeah.
So I was talking to him and his manager, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we can make that happen. I'm like, if we can talk at a panel, like, that would be one of my
Sam,
dreams.
don't you fuck this for me.
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah. But yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, that'd be so
the wheels are turning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I even got a signed picture. Fucking.
Oh, really?
I don't. How many cons have we done? How many times have I gotten anything signed?
Like once?
Yeah, and I got a signed Dave Foley picture of all the kids in the hall. And I just have 4 more to go.
Like the fucking Infinity Stones.
Yeah. I'm going to snap half of everybody out of existence. Half of other shitty podcasts out of existence.
Yes, please. Thanos was right.
But I got some other shit too. I posted a picture on Instagram of the coasters.
Yeah, you usually don't get anything.
Yeah, I was just like, because again, it was just like, this is all new to me. Like, these are vendors I've never seen before. So they were like, artists I've never seen before. I got this badass, I wish it was bigger, badass Headless Horseman. I forgot to get the guy's card like an idiot, so I can't give him a proper shout out. But I thought that was dope. Really awesome. I got that Baragon. I met Andrea Muti of Maniac of New York, the artist from Maniac of New York, and he was, I had no clue he was going to be there. So my panel on Sunday was with, I'll get to that. He was next to one of my panelists, and I'm just sitting there and I'm talking, it was Dan DiDio, and I'm talking to Dan DiDio, and I'm just like, I'm looking up and I'm like, holy shit, dude. I'm like, I had no clue you were going to be at this con. Like, I am such a huge fan of like your book. I'm like, I've talked about this book on the podcast like a bunch, I had no clue he was going to be there.
Yeah.
And he was really appreciative to, talk to somebody about it. Like, he was awesome. So I
still have to read that.
If you want to borrow that one, just don't get the signature smudge.
I will hold off. Yeah. I will acquire it in a different way.
But I think that is going to be the one of the prizes in our next trivia contest prize pack. Yeah. I told him I'd give him a shout out. Yeah, absolutely. Because I love that book. His artwork is so good. And then the other guy I got the coasters from was Scott Spillman, I believe. Scott Spillman. I told him I'd give him a shout out as well.
Yeah.
He had a lot of cool artwork. You can I'm totally speaking off mic. You can check him out at Scott Spillman Art on Instagram. I'd give him a shout out too. Check out his stuff. We got these awesome set of 4 coasters.
I love that these are obviously Go-Go's inspired, but it's not just a ripoff.
Yeah, it's like you can tell it's inspired, but it's its own twinge on it.
Yeah.
What else, man? It was just such an the Blockbuster experience. The last Blockbuster, it has like a traveling pop-up store.
Yeah.
So again, I saw a couple days ago that was going to be there. I said to Amanda, I'm like, holy shit, we got to go to this.
Yeah.
And it is like walking back in time, like no joke.
Really?
Yeah. It was like $5 to get in. But the lady from the documentary, The Last Blockbuster, they're all like employees from that store.
Well, she, I think, is like the Is she a franchisee?
This is the only store left, so there is no franchise.
Well, yeah, but what I meant is like she's like more than a manager, but like whatever.
But I mean, like, dude, we walked in. There's just rows of VHS tapes, like DVDs. There's a horror section, like all the horror, because you can buy the tapes. They're $5 a piece. So all the horror VHS is gone. All the horrors are just, DVDs.
Decimated because who loves VHS?
Yeah, horror lovers, yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like it was, they had like the actual like fixtures from like Blockbusters, like, so there's the counter, like the boards in the back with like
Jesus
the movies.
Christ.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. Worth the price of admission. Like it was
brought you right back to 1996.
Yeah. It was a step back at like just in time, man. Like, holy shit, this is wild.
Yeah.
Like,
that sounds rad.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool.
So, how was it talking to the heads of DC and Marvel at the same time?
Can I say, my Sunday panel was with Dan DiDio, the former co-publisher of DC Comics, and Ralph Macchio, who was like the former, I always fuck up his title. It's not editor-in-chief, but it's like something editor of Marvel Comics. He was like the guy at Marvel Comics. Yeah. He wrote Daredevil for a while, where he was the head Spider-Man guy for a while. Just both legends in the industry. And like, I have been to panels with Dan DiDio before, and like, he's very animated. He's lively. Like, I knew he was going to be easy. Like, one of those guys you can just ask like one question and then just turn the mic over and sit back, Yeah. So I was worried like it was just going to be him going off, and like, but no, they were just playing off each other. Ralph was just as like, he had, just as many awesome things to say, awesome stories to tell.
They've probably known each other forever.
Yeah. Yeah. They were talking about, they said they've been doing a lot of cons together lately. So they were talking about stuff like that. Like, Dan DiDio is, he is, they're both awesome, but like, there's maybe like 30 people at the panel, like, good sized crowd. He's literally going around because like there's, so we're in a giant room, but there's only like 30 people. So it looks like it's kind of empty. Yeah. But he's like, oh, there's not many people. He's like, I'm just going to go around and see what everybody wants. And like, he's literally going up and sitting next to everybody going, hi, how you doing? Thanks for coming. Like, what do you want to hear about today? We'll talk about it. Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah. He's like, what do you want to learn about? Because like, the guy he asked, like, I want to hear about like writing. He's like, okay, good. He's like, Ralph is a writer. He's like, Chris, like, what did you go to school for? I'm like, I'm like writing actually. He's like, all right, Chris is a writer. He's like, if you want to learn about math, you're shit out of luck today. Sorry. Like, yeah, like he was hilarious. Just like walking around to everybody. Yeah. But yeah, no, the three of us were just having a great time, just bullshitting and talking about comics. And Dan DiDio told us a story that he said he's never told like anywhere before. He was talking about
how he murdered that girl one time.
He was talking
Where's
about
the body, Dan?
It was like when they were doing the New 52, like that era, and like when shit was starting to slip off in sales, and like he said like he had there's like a big writers meeting, and like he's like I was trying to motivate him. He's like I basically ended up telling him they were all lazy and like worthless, and like I told him to write a new ending in 15 minutes. He was like I told him to write a new ending and like don't bother me until they did.
That's because New 52 was trash.
Yeah. He's like they had an ending within 15 minutes, and like it was something that they like specifically. Oh, I forget what the fuck he said it specifically was, but it was like an ending. Oh, it was like bringing back all these multiverses just because they knew he hated the like concept of multiverses. Yeah. So like he knew they did it just to piss him off, and like I guess there were a lot of DC employees who were not happy with him after that. He was talking about that. But Ralph told some great stories too about working on Daredevil, just working for Marvel. Like how he got into comics is an amazing story on its own. Yeah. It is a movie worthy like story on its own. He was just a dude who liked comics. He used to write letters like to the letters page for Marvel's comics. Like they print his letters.
Yeah. The bullpen, right?
Yeah. He went to a comic show, and like he said, as he was leaving, he's like, literally, it's one of those moments where like, if it goes one way, like, it went the way it did, where I become like, this big, known comic person. He's like, if it goes the other way, like, we're not sitting here.
Yeah.
He's like, as I'm literally leaving the convention, I forget the guy's name, but it was the guy who was writing like Kill Raven at the time. And I forget another comic he said. As he's walking out, that guy sees him and recognizes him because of his letters. He's like, hey, I know you. He's like, you write all these letters. Like,
was he sending pictures of himself?
He must have somehow, but yeah, he must have. And then he's like, hey, you should, you want a tour of Marvel sometime? Like, come by, come see me. So like, he goes to Marvel for the tour. And like, as he's walking around, like meets Chris Claremont, who's like, hey, you're a writer. He's like, you want to write, like, interview, I forget who it was, like, for our fanzine. He's like, okay. Yeah. Like, so he started doing that. And like, he just started working at Marvel.
Did Chris
like,
Claremont have like a legendary X-Men run?
Yeah. Yeah. He was like the X-Men guy for like years. And like, he just started, that's how he got into working at Marvel, and like eventually worked his way up to the top of like
by being a pest.
Basically, yeah. By being like a huge comic nerd. Like, like it was an amazing story. Like, he told us all about it. Like, I wrote out, as I always do, like I write out questions for each person and for both of them.
Right.
I got to maybe one or two of my questions just because we were
just going.
We were just, I mean, like, it was all three of us were talking about stuff. Like, it wasn't just like one-sided. Like, it was just a great conversation. People in the audience had a lot of good questions. Like, it was to this day one of the best panels I have ever done. Like, in the years I've been doing this.
Sick.
So much fun. And like, as we're walking out, I'm talking to Ralph, and he's like, and I was like, oh man, I go, that was really great. Like, thank you guys. I'm like, I didn't even like touch any of my questions. I did all this research. Like, he's like, oh, you poor guy. I'm like, oh dude, don't worry about it. I'm like, no, this was way better. Like, I'd rather be way more prepared than like have nothing. Yeah. He's like, all right, we'll just have to do this again sometime. Like, you got it, buddy. Like, anytime. Please. But yeah, that was such a great experience. Like, again, like, makes every shit job I've ever had for this like worthwhile just for doing panels like that. It was so awesome. And then the one Friday was awesome too. Dexter and George's were really awesome. Yeah. Yeah, man, just a great convention. Sounds like I'm hopefully going to be back next year with them. Fingers crossed. So I would go back in a heartbeat. I was going to say before, I was saying to Art before we recorded, if we were to ever travel to a show, it should be this one. Like, it's fucking, like, it's a good time.
Is it wild?
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a great, great show. That was the one thing I wish I had, was like a home base. Like, doing a show without a home base is getting hard now. Like, fucking, I'm spoiled.
You gotta float.
It's like flying first class. Like, shit, I can't go back with you and the coach.
Yeah. I need a place to put my things down.
Yeah, exactly. I need a place where I can sit and get drunk, like, not have to pay for drinks.
Where the booze just magically appears.
But yeah, got some stickers passed out. We got some followers from it.
Oh, really?
I maybe only handed like 150 stickers because I was like, I didn't want to be that guy who just leaves his shit everywhere. Like, it was my first time there. So like, I found a couple of places like, all right, this looks empty. Like,
did they have like a freebies table?
There were tables that were empty.
Not what I asked, but okay.
There was like a table like that the con had where they had like flyers for the other conventions that they do.
Oh yeah.
They maybe got some Big Dumb Monster stickers in between those. Yeah.
Dude, the art of the freebie table is dying.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, they used to New York Comic Con, I could put shit out there and it would go in like a heartbeat. Yeah. And now I don't think I've seen one there recently.
Yeah. It's like, we used to go to Comic Cons and just like
walk around with like an empty bag and come home with a ton of shit.
Grab swag.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. No, like, we're the only ones that do it.
We're fucking keeping it old school, man. Yeah. That's how we roll.
That's why people like our table. That, and there's a bunch of drunken buffoons at that table.
That too. Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about Alien Romulus last week, right? Yeah. When did I see that?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's go to the boards.
Yeah.
While I do that, have you seen anything, watched anything, experienced anything cool, or
what have I done? What have I done? I don't think I've really watched anything. I've mostly been like working and unpacking.
Oh yeah, you moved recently.
Yeah.
We must have talked about it because I saw it last Sunday.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think because I think you said you liked it. There were a couple of things you didn't like, but like I still haven't seen it.
It's good though. I'd recommend. I wanted to go see the shitty Crow this weekend just to say I saw it, but I never made it.
Apparently, that's getting just lambasted,
as it should.
The director of the original is like
shitting all over
reveling in it. Borderlands is still losing money.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you and your cash grab.
That was...
Did you see it?
I did. It was not good. It was not
bad.
Good. It wasn't... I don't think it's as bad as everybody makes it out to be. It was just...
Nobody fucking wants it.
Exactly. Nobody wanted it, and it was just mediocre. Like, I know one of our... Michelle, really, one of our fans really likes it, so I don't want to shit on it, but, like, it's just...
But, hey,
it doesn't
just
speak
because
to me.
somebody likes a thing doesn't mean you can't shit on it.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I'll shit on the Bible.
I love plenty of shitty things, like... But, yeah, that too. I love plenty of shitty things, like, so, yeah, like... It just wasn't my cup of tea. Like,
it's all fair game.
Like I said, it was just if you saw the Dungeons and Dragons movie, just imagine that in space.
Yeah,
same movie.
But it's got to be worse, right?
It's
Did you
really
not like Dungeons and Dragons?
No, it was good, but to me, it's just a knockoff of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well,
which is what and Borderlands is a knockoff of a knockoff, like of a knockoff.
Oh, it's a multiplicity. It's a photocopy of a photocopy.
Yeah, so it's a little dulled, So I don't know. It's just not my speed.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I did watch a movie. I watched The Pale Door.
That sounds like a porno.
It's not. That's Behind the Green Door. That's probably the deepest cut I've ever fucking dropped in here. Oh my god. I feel bad about myself. But anyway, The Pale Door is a independent movie. It's not terribly made, but it's not great. But it's a Western, and it's about these outlaws who wind up at this like brothel. But so it's like a shitty bordello of blood. But instead of...
Which isn't great.
Yeah. Conceptually, it's amazing. But instead of vampires, they're witches. But what's cool is, like, they're all witches that have been, like, burned at the stake previously. So, like, they have this facade of beautiful women. And then once shit goes crazy, they're all these, like, burned up hags, which is kind of fucking dope. The movie itself... not great. Not. It's like a 6. You know what I mean? Like,
all right.
The Western part of it was not strong enough, and the horror part of it was not strong enough. So it was just playing on concept alone. Yeah. So content itself was meh.
Speaking of witches, I'm going to Salem in a couple of weeks.
Are you?
Yeah, for Amanda's birthday.
Dope. I've been once.
It's not bad. I've been once too. I like it. It's pretty cool.
Once or twice. I think once.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to go around Halloween time, but I know it's a fucking disaster.
Yeah, we're going late September, so I'm prepared for the worst. We're staying in Boston though, thankfully.
Yeah. That's not any better.
Boston's nice. What else besides the convention? I was glad to find out they had wild bills in other states. Like, I knew it was I thought it was just regionally around here.
Oh,
I saw that fucking wagon. I'm like, holy shit! Like,
and they probably run the fucking circuit.
Yeah.
You have to look into that. The fuck else is happening? I've been itching. I've had an itch. Like, I want to sit down and play video games again lately. I just cannot find the time to
I'm getting ready. I think this week I'm going to pick up Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah.
I think
that's a sequel to No?
It's its own thing. It's an open world Star Wars game. Like, you play like a bounty hunter or a criminal or something.
Oh.
It's Star Wars GTA, but it's
Sell me harder.
Yeah. So I'm in.
I was, but there was a sequel to
Outlaw. Sorry,
was it Fallen Order?
No, that is there's Fallen Order there. That is out already. I played that. That was good. What the hell was the name of that?
The first one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Something Order, right?
Yeah, those were good.
Yeah, I played the first one. I didn't beat it, but yeah. Star Wars games are touchy.
Yeah, this one looks like it's getting like decent reviews.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I need to get back into this. Like I liked Baldur's Gate, but I just it's like playing a D&D campaign every time you sit down. So unless you're sitting there for 3 or 4 hours, like you're not getting anything done. Yeah. So like, I don't know. I liked it. I don't have the time for it. Yeah. I'm hoping this is a little bit easier, like, time wise.
Oh, probably. Yeah. Just like grab a mission and go.
That's like, as much as I love like a detailed like game, like fucking just that pick up and playability is something they need to get like back down again. Like, they need to recapture that. It's getting like I have a life, goddamn it. I don't remember like where the fuck I was, like how to play, like all these moves. Like
I need that tutorial. It looks like you haven't played in 2 months.
Yeah.
Here's how the controls work.
Yeah. Like, you can't get through this tutorial unless you execute this 45 hit combo.
What? Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, get that shit out of here.
Yeah. I've still been playing Snap, actually.
I've been playing the shit out of Snap.
Yeah, well, you've never stopped playing the shit out of Snap.
Again, if anybody wants to join our alliance, we are our call sign is MEH, M-E-H. We are Big Dumb Monsters, or BDM Network, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, BDM Network. Yeah, I like the alliance goals that like brought me back in a little bit.
Yeah, it's something to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, now I can play this deck that I haven't really played in a while because it doesn't do well, but it does this thing that you want the goal for.
I just need these points. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I have a movement deck.
Yeah.
I never had one until I had
That's one of my most like played decks.
Oh, really?
My most played deck is the High Evolutionary deck. Like
really?
Yeah, that's the one I win the most with.
That's the one that adds fucking
powers to the non-power cards.
Yeah.
I have got that. Like, I think it's a matter of like balancing it with the cards that get upgraded and then like the ones that like complement it.
Yeah.
I clean house with that deck. Jesus. That's when I play Conquest, like probably 80% of the time I'm playing that deck.
Yeah.
The combo of like either Shocker, like using that card to bring down Hulk to a 5-point card, or like using Hope Summers to like get extra like points to play, and playing the Hulk card on turn 5, which gains points every time you don't use energy.
Yeah.
And then Taskmaster on turn 6 to copy the Hulk card. Almost unbeatable. Yeah. Like I think I've maybe like I think I win maybe 90% of the time if I can get that combo out.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. I am a big fan of my Destroy deck.
That's probably the one I played the second most.
Yeah, mine
and the discard deck too.
Yeah, mine is kind of based on like get magic out, so I get turn 7, drop null on turn 6, and then play Mystique turn 7.
Yeah.
So null is huge, and then I copy null.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a pretty good combo, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, no, my Destroy deck is like Deadpool's a big part of it, because I can get that powered up to like into the 30s, like 36. With like Hulkbuster, using shit like that to like yeah. I have a Sebastian Shaw deck that I play a lot too, which is also one I win with.
I don't think I never got Sebastian Shaw.
That's the one. Anytime it gains energy, it gains another 2 points on top of it.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah. So like I'll have that, the Brood, Wong, also like Nakia, which gives things in your hand like an extra point.
Yep.
Okoye, which gives things in your deck an extra point. Like Forge, which gives like the next card you play. So if you play everything, like if you can hit like the Brood with like, Nakia, like Okoye, and then like Forge, you get like 21 points and like 3 cards. And then if you have Sebastian Shaw and drop like Silver Surfer on Wong on turn 6, like everything just like boosts
just
right
ramps
up.
the fuck up.
Yeah. Oh man, I love that game.
Wish there was a DC game like that.
DC has Deck Builder, which I wish they would make like a video
Digital version of that.
Yeah,
Would be fucking great. That way I don't have to see anybody's face.
We have to rally all you fuckers together to play.
They just play.
Correct. But fuck you.
Art's over here going, we should get a game night together.
What is your go-to deck in Snap?
Me?
Yeah.
I cycle through all of mine every day just to have a goal to do.
Yeah.
But my most winningest right now is Brood.
Yeah. Brood, like Silver Surfer.
Yep. Anytime somebody plays a Magic, because I don't run it, I'm just like, Snap.
Yeah, I got this. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you for that extra turn. You're
So
fine.
that's the one you win with the most. Like, what do you find is the most fun to play?
I actually really like Arishem.
That is a really good deck.
My deck is Blob, Quinjet, Arishem, and then it's filled with other stuff.
Darkhawk and Ronin are good because you usually have like a full hand, and then if you have like 20 something cards in your deck, like Darkhawk is like super powered up.
No, it's based on your opponent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Both of those are
shit.
your opponent.
Yeah.
What's the one
I
that
lost because of Darkhawk.
What's the one that like powers up one with like based on your hand?
That's Devil Dinosaur.
Shit.
Devil Dinosaur works perfect for it.
I have
Devil Dinosaur and Moon Girl was everybody's first combo.
I played it, yeah.
But I have Darkhawk in that deck, and he usually comes out with like a big
Everybody's
point
got a
value.
decent sized deck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanos,
everybody's got good
Arishem.
genetics.
But that like for some reason you just seem to get the cards you need like in that deck. Like it's like a utility belt when you have Arishem. Like I don't know if it's like programmed that way, but it just seems to work out.
I don't know what that card is.
It like expands your deck to like 20 something cards, I think, and you get an extra point of energy each turn.
It adds 15 cards to your deck.
Yeah.
So you go from
Like-
a 12 card deck to a
Like
27.
random or double
Yeah.
some of your cards.
No,
Okay.
just total random.
Weird.
Start every turn with extra energy.
Yeah. Like the deck I find to be like the most fun to play for myself though. It really doesn't win that much, but it's my basically my shield deck.
I was thinking about making one, but I'm at the deck limit right now.
Yeah. But it's just cool because like to have like the collector is a huge part of that. So he brings in like he gets bonuses based on cards that you play that aren't from your deck.
Mhm.
And like all the shield stuff draws outside cards. So I think the randomness of it is fun because you're feast or famine on like good cards too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that fucking game. I have to start like clearing out some because there's decks that I love that I just don't play anymore. Like my Guardians of the Galaxy deck, which used to be really fun to play, but I just don't play it anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like if you find yourself like wanting to play it, you can always just remake it.
Yeah. The Avengers deck, I don't think I've played like in months.
Yeah.
The X-Men deck, same thing.
Does the X-Men jive, or is it just because it's X-Men?
It like kind of does. It doesn't really, for some reason, work as well as like when you try to combine like other teams.
Yeah.
Like, cause when you pick like group like other teams, like hidden like synergies kind of pop out.
Yeah.
And like it's not because the X-Men are like all over the fucking place.
Yeah. There's no.
Yeah. So nothing
There's
really
nothing
meshes
there.
with anything else.
Yeah.
You have like Wolverine, which is like a discard card, but no other X, and then like
He's a destroy
a
card.
destroy or discard. If you discard it, it comes out too.
Oh, really?
There's no other like X-Men that destroy anything.
Gambit. But
Yeah, it destroys the other side,
Not
yeah.
your own shit. No.
Even like Rogue and Gambit should try to like should have some kind of like crossover, and they really don't. She just steals power and he just destroys stuff. Like, yeah, you just it doesn't really mesh like the other ones do for some reason.
Yeah.
What else? That really might be it. We've been bullshitting a while.
We've
been bullshitting a while.
That's mostly bullshit.
We made up for the lack of trivia and better known
This is
as.
a mostly bullshit episode.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. You got me there.
They're all really bullshit episodes. I don't know why. I just like I usually check where our episode rankings are. I was shocked yesterday to find out our new number 2 most listened to episode is They Live.
What?
Yeah. That came out of nowhere.
Fucking Dark Horse.
Yeah. Godzilla is still number 1 by a long shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, They Live.
That's
out of nowhere.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, awesome.
The top 10 is interesting because there's like recent stuff like 146, the Son of Frankenstein episode is like in the top 5.
Yeah.
There's like a 90 something in there. There's like another 1 or 2 other like 100 and something episodes in there.
Weird. What the fuck are you people doing?
Oddly enough, Godzilla, our first episode, number 1 most listened to episode.
Yeah.
Gojira, same movie, least listened to episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Only has like, I think 16 or 18 listens.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Weird.
Oh. Anywho.
Yeah, it's time to wrap it up.
We will be at Saratoga Comic-Con November 23rd and 4th, I feel. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
There we go. At least one of us is sober enough to remember that.
It's not about sobriety.
Yeah. It won't be at Saratoga anyway.
Those guys doing trivia threw a pie at me. I don't know what the fuck is up.
I still am waiting for the official word on that, but I'm hoping we're going to be the 18 and up panel at the end of the night, which will be...
It'd be great.
Yeah.
So good.
Because they're not doing some of those shitty cosplay panels anymore.
Oh, no.
Anywho.
It's a Comic-Con. It needs to be more than just cosplay.
Yeah. It needs to be drunken hijinks.
Yeah, and it will be.
We have the market cornered on such that thing. Yeah.
We really do.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
I think that's
all we got for the rest of the year.
All of our pending appearances.
We have socials.
We do have socials.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear those?
Yeah.
All right. Our website is www.bigdumbmonsters.com. You can find us on Facebook. We're Big Dumb Monsters Pod. You can email us suggestions for the show, movies we should watch, beer we should drink, ways we can change the show to make it better. Like, is there a format that you think we can nail down? We've got audio, we've got video and streaming. Let us know. But anyway, do all that. Email us or just say hi. BigDumbMonsters@gmail.com. You can find us on Slasher, the all horror social network. We're Big Dumb Monsters podcast there. Super cool place to be. Lots of like-minded horror people. Not really much drama on that platform.
We like to keep drama free.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you can sometimes find us logged into our Steam account, Big Dumb Monsters.
You can check us out on Instagram and Threads at big_dumb_monsters. You can check out the show when we stream it live on Twitch and YouTube. We are at Big Dumb Monsters. We have a Discord. We have we mentioned the Snap Alliance. Please join. We need recruits.
Yes.
We have a merch store, which you should check out at TeePublic. You can go there. You can search for the Big Dumb Monsters store. I put up the logo design a couple weeks ago. The BDM Network logo.
Oh, nice.
I had another one I was going to put up too. Oh, the book club one I have to put up also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
That's it. Oh, and if you're just tuning in for the first time, you're a new somebody who found out about us at Tampa Bay. Thank you for tuning in.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Stick around.
This is the kind of drunken fun you can expect.
It's tomfoolery.
Hijinks, even.
Yes.
Shenanigans.
All right, so we're going to leave you with some words of wisdom and let you get back to your Tuesday night. Don't let ghoulies eat your ass.
And never sleep in a deathbed.
Bye-bye.